Everyone's talking about it. One weekly shot, and the weight just drops. 30 pounds, 40, even more. TikTok is flooded with transformations. People saying it changed their lives. And they're not wrong. Mounjaro is helping a lot of people lose weight and take back control of their health. But behind all the success, there's something most people aren't talking about. The side effects, the discomfort, the part of the journey that doesn't show up in before and after photos. If you're thinking about starting Mounjaro, or you're already on it, this is the video you need to see first. Let's talk about the side effects that most Mounjaro users actually experience. They're not extreme for everyone, but they are common and they can catch people off guard. The most reported one, nausea. Some people feel just a little queasy after they eat. Others feel like they're on a boat all day. One user said it was like morning sickness that wouldn't go away. Next is vomiting. It doesn't happen to everyone, but it's more likely during the first few weeks, especially if you eat too fast or have a heavy meal. Greasy or fried foods seem to trigger it more than anything else. Then there are the digestive changes. Some people get diarrhea, some get constipated, and yes, a few unlucky ones experience both. Switching back and forth as their body tries to adjust. Fatigue is another one. You might feel drained, even if you're sleeping well. It's usually because your appetite has dropped, so you're not getting enough fuel. Speaking of appetite, this is where it gets interesting. Some people say they're just not hungry at all. They'll go all day without even thinking about food. And while that sounds helpful, it can actually lead to weakness, low blood sugar, or even headaches. A few users have reported becoming sensitive to certain smells or textures, like their taste buds changed. The point is, these are not unusual. They don't mean you're doing something wrong. They just mean your body is adjusting to something new. A medicine that's literally changing the way your brain and stomach communicate. And for many people, these side effects do get better after a few weeks. But the first month, it can feel rough. Now let's talk about the more serious and much less common side effects of Mounjaro. These are not things that most users experience, but they are real, and it's important to be aware. The most talked about warning is the risk of thyroid tumors. In animal studies, Mounjaro caused a rare form of thyroid cancer called medullary thyroid carcinoma. We don't know if this happens in humans, but because of that, the FDA requires a warning label. If you have a personal or family history of MTC or a condition called MENTO, this medication may not be safe for you. Another potential risk is pancreatitis, which means inflammation of the pancreas. It's rare, but it can be serious. If you ever feel strong pain in the upper stomach or your back that doesn't go away, especially with nausea or vomiting, call your doctor right away. Mounjaro can also affect the gallbladder. When people lose weight quickly, it increases the risk of gallstones. If you feel pain on the upper right side of your abdomen, especially after eating greasy food, it could be a sign. There have also been reports, though not many, of mental health changes. Some people say they felt more anxious. Others noticed depression or mood swings. There's no confirmed link yet, but it's something to watch for. especially if you already deal with mental health challenges. Again, these side effects are rare. Most people will never experience them. But if you do, you need to recognize them early. This isn't about being scared. It's about being smart and staying safe. Sometimes the most helpful thing isn't a clinical trial or a doctor's chart. It's hearing what real people go through. Let me share a few stories. Anna, 43, from Florida, started Mounjaro to manage her type 2 diabetes. She lost 27 pounds in 3 months, but from the first week, she felt constant nausea, not just after eating, sometimes right after waking up. She said it felt like being pregnant again. A little motion sick all the time. She adjusted her meals, ate slower, and eventually it eased up. But it took nearly 6 weeks. Mike, 38, from Ohio, had a very different experience. He dropped 40 pounds in 4 months and didn't feel sick at all. But he said his appetite disappeared completely. He would go almost to full days without eating and forget he hadn't had a meal. He had to set reminders on his phone just to drink water and eat a few bites. For him, the results were worth it. But it took discipline to stay healthy. Jenna, 52, from California, thought everything was going great. She was losing weight, had more energy, but in month 2, she started having sharp pain under her ribs. It turned out to be gallstones. Her doctor told her to stop the medication until the issue cleared up. She said she doesn't regret trying Mounjaro, but wishes she had known what to look for earlier. Everyone's story is different. Some have a smooth experience, others face tough adjustments. But hearing these stories helps us prepare and reminds us we're not alone on this journey. Let's talk about how to make the journey easier. The good news is, many of the side effects from Mounjaro can be reduced or even avoided. If you know what to do early on, start with the dosage. Most people do better when they begin with the lowest dose to 2.5 milligrams and stay there for at least 4 weeks. Don't rush to increase it just to lose weight faster. Give your body time to adjust. Next, change the way you eat. Mounjaro slows your digestion, which is part of how it works. But if you eat a big meal too fast, that's when nausea and stomach pain hit hard. Instead, try eating smaller portions, more slowly, and maybe even more frequently throughout the day. Greasy and fried foods, they're much harder to digest on this medication. Many users report that meals high in fat make them feel worse. Lean, protein, cooked vegetables, and light snacks tend to work much better. Don't forget hydration. When you're not eating much, it's easy to skip drinking too, and that just makes everything worse. Keep water nearby, sip throughout the day. Some people also do better with electrolyte drinks, especially early on. Alcohol can be tricky. Some people say it affects them more strongly while on Mounjaro. If you're experiencing nausea, dizziness, or fatigue, consider cutting back or avoiding alcohol completely until your body adjusts. And finally, keep track. Write down how you feel after meals. What foods trigger symptoms? How your energy changes over time. You'll spot patterns, and that can make a huge difference in how manageable everything becomes. Mounjaro is powerful, but so is your awareness. The more you listen to your body, the smoother the journey will be. Mounjaro is a powerful tool. It's not a miracle, but for many people, it's the breakthrough they've been waiting for. Yes, there are side effects. Some are mild, some are harder to manage, but none of this means you have to go through it alone. Understanding what to expect is the first step toward using this medication safely and confidently. If you're thinking about trying Mounjaro, already on it, or just curious, you're part of a growing community of people who are reclaiming their health one step at a time. And that's what this channel is here for. If this video helped you feel more informed, please give it a thumbs up. If you've had your own experience with Mounjaro, good or bad, I'd love to hear it in the comments. You never know who you might help by sharing your story. And don't forget to subscribe. We're breaking down the science, the side effects, and the real-life stories, one video at a time. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourself.